Hi, welcome to another Sapphic Lit author pop-up interview. Today we have Serena J. Bishop. Serena, how you doing?
Doing very well. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I'm psyched to have you here. We're going to talk about your book, Leveled. Can you tell us a little about the book?
Yes, it is the only rom-com I've ever written. And I was inspired when I was doing a lot of time in graduate school. So it's set in academia and it follows two professors, sorry, who are both neurodiverse. So their approaches to relationships and how they handle these situations that they're in are very different.
Okay. And how did you come up with the neurodiverse angle?
To be honest, that wasn't even a word that I had been hearing when I had written this book, I think maybe 5 years or so. And it started with the character of Steph. And you're supposed to write what you know when you first start writing. And Steph is essentially a slightly exaggerated form of myself. And after writing that, people are like, oh, she's a little bit neurodiverse. And I was like, okay. But for the other character, Persephone, I just thought it would be really interesting to meet Steph's energy, which is my energy,
Mm,
essentially, with someone who's a little bit anxious, a little bit shy, and see what transpired. I'm really proud of it.
that's great. So, you have so many books, and this book came out in 2020. Why promote a book from 2020 now?
Well, my current series is a spy paranormal thriller, which I'm very proud of, and I think it's very interesting. However, there are some intense, dark moments.
Mm,
And when I'm seeing forums and people looking for book reads, they're looking for a lot of escape. Something light, something
mm.
fun, something to distract them from the headlines, which I totally get. So that's why I thought, you know what? I want to re-remind people that this book of mine is out there and that they would probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
Most people have.
Absolutely. No, I know. I watch it fly off the shelves at all our events. How was the writing process different with this book, Leveled, as opposed to your other books?
Well, this was the first, even though it was my third published, this was the first book I ever wrote. And since
Mm,
I don't have any formal creative writing experience, it really was trial by fire as I learned how to do certain things. But one of the major elements that was different was that when I wrote the first draft, I wrote it from Steph's point of view, which was, say, kind of like my point of view, which is a very structured, logical, some would say boring. And when I read my draft, I was like, this is boring because you know exactly what she's going to do. So I decided to rewrite the book from the other character's perspective. So it really was a wild sort of what's going to happen.
yeah. And I know you've talked about the point of view that usually in these romantic romance books,
Mhm.
it's from both the romantic partners. But
Mhm.
in this one, you kind of went from the romantic partner and then her sister.
Yes.
Why did you decide to do that?
Well, one of the things I like to do in my writing is I do like to create stories that I've never read before. And I do enjoy the two romantic partner point of view, but I've read it a lot. So, and I thought, well, one of the most interesting things about falling in love is kind of watching the reaction to your family members
Mm,
because they do have a very unique perspective. Like they've known you some have known you your entire life. So their opinions and observations are going to be different than someone you've just met, especially when that person is an older sister who tells you exactly what she thinks
right.
and is a little, kind of kooky herself.
I love that. That's a great aspect. I mean, I have two sisters and I know they have opinions and are often happy to share them. Are you working on anything new now?
Currently I'm in developmental drafts for the third book of my Kari Chronicles series. So that should be coming out I'm hoping in November.
Wow.
And then there's the fourth and final book, which is
Okay.
I'm tinkering around with that when I can. But I do have some other ideas, other irons in the fire that I add at my outlines periodically.
Well, that's
So
great.
I'm very happy the well has not run dry yet.
No, I don't think your well will ever run dry. You've always got great ideas and stories,
Oh, thank
and
you.
happy to share. No, it's great. And how can readers find you?
Well, I am on Threads, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Blue Sky technically, although I kind of forget that I'm a member of that. Sorry, Blue Sky. Um, but I'm also a member of the Sapphic Lit Pop-Up Bookstore and a conference goer of the Golden Crown Literary Society. And I try to, other than the pop-up bookstore, I do try
Right.
to, sneak in here and there, sapphic crowds, sci-fi crowds, spec fic crowds. So
Well,
that's
this
where
was
you can
great.
find me.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. We'll see you again with the next book.
Yes. Yes,
All right.
look forward to it.
Thanks, Serena.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Leah.